Everyone get out!
Hello tankers and tankettes, got another guest replay. This time it's T-29. This one was sent in by a player called Neprice. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the full username because I'm just going to mangle it. In fact, I've probably just mangled that bit. Anyway, yeah, we're on Sacred Valley and this match is I think we're watching this one more for the comedy value at the end, and it's an okay match otherwise. I won't say it was a brilliant match from a gameplay point of view, although Neprice certainly kept his head when it mattered, and you'll get to see the T-29 play to some of its strengths, but mostly it gets quite funny at the end. So yeah, this is assault mode, and I don't know about the rest of you, but I for one don't quite know what I'm doing on this map yet. I'm not sure anyone does. Probably less so than when Pearl River came out, because that had some obvious routes in it, whereas Sacred Valley, it's actually yes, there's bits of terrain, but there's quite a lot of sniping positions. It's not a map for camping at all. And there are one or two kind of obvious important routes, sort of the B line along the north, the 9 line, to some extent the J line, well that's quite exposed. You can't really hold that in the same way you can the northern line. So in counter, the majority of this team, as you can see, have gone towards the cap, and I can't really comment as to the tactics here because, like I said, I'm pretty pants at this map myself. Neprice he's just looking for some sniping opportunities. Gets a very lucky hit on that Hellcat. There was clearly some kind of obstacle in the way there, and just missed it. The matchmaking is quite good, at least from Neprice's point of view, because he's top tier. There's only a couple of tier 7s on each side. It's mostly mediums. Personally, I think the fact that that there's no artillery, I probably would have taken the northern route, and I would have used my gun and my armor to bully that flank a bit, and then you can sweep down and hopefully catch the other team in the arse, because you can see the traces on the minimap. There's a bunch of theirs on the northern flank, but the majority of their team is clustered around the monastery buildings in J8, J9. So at the moment Neprice is just sitting in what is actually a pretty good position. I mean, it's hull down pretty much, and he's just looking for things to snipe at. Of course he's been spotted, and there's actually a couple of tanks that pushed down that road, and you can see that it's not really a good idea as far as I can tell, because it's just so open and there's no cover. And so going along that road from either side when there's people camping on either end, it's a bit suicidal. If you get spotted, there's a couple of destructible houses to hide behind. It's basically what the T-71 is behind there. But it's completely open. It's not like the north flank at all. And of course, I expect that's, they always had in mind that there was going to be an encounter there, so they put more defensible terrain on the north flank. But yeah, so he's about to, there we go, sets the IS on fire, which is very nice. That'll be a fuel tank shot rather than the engine, and he burns for a couple of ticks, but he doesn't die, unfortunately. So we're 6-6 at the moment. It's looking a bit static. But I can tell you it's gonna go wrong fairly shortly, and then you're gonna wonder how the result ends up being what it does. So that was a bit of an unfortunate miss, because that would have been a kill. So there we go. We're seeing the importance of that northern flank there, because they've won that basically. And the guys here are entrenched. They can't really push because, like I've said, there's no cover. They can't get into the cap because they're just going to get sniped. And that T-29 down there is actually doing a very good job of lighting them up. Now there's a cheeky medium that's rushed down across. Yeah, Neprice does a naughty thing there. And yeah, I know sometimes it's tempting, but it's like no matter how frustrated you are, that's never a good idea. And I have been tempted myself, but no, you shouldn't really ever do that. And ordinarily, I wouldn't, you know, a replay like this way shooting a teammate. It's just a bit naughty. It's a bit of a no-no, and you just shouldn't really ever do it, because the nature of this game means if someone starts shooting at you or they're acting dumb or whatever, if it gets to that stage where you're literally forced to quit, especially because, you know, an enemy, a friendly is shooting at you, just go into another battle. I mean, they're 15 minutes at most. You're not... Yes, it leaves a sour taste in the mouth, but yeah, just don't do it. And I hope Neprice, you know, takes this lesson to heart and refrains in future. But anyway, public service announcement over. As you can see, Neprice's team has collapsed completely. He's all alone, and I was watching this replay thinking, right, no, he can't possibly survive this. No, this isn't gonna happen. You know, it's just, there's just too many enemies. He's surrounded, and he's low health, and yes, he's bouncing some stuff on the turret, but 3 hit points. He's down 3 hit points. He can't possibly pull this off. And this is why I decided to do this replay, even though it shows Neprice doing a very naughty thing. It just, from this point on, it's 3 hit points is clearly 2 more hit points than he needs, because it just gets silly. It's like that scene in Austin Powers, and what was the character's name? Mustafa? He just won't die. He just won't die. Yeah, and even now, it's okay, surely he's doomed. There's 4 versus 2. There's no way he can pull this off. But nope. And there we go. That guy that he missed earlier, that he wasn't able to get. And he nails him. T-34-85. Nails him. He's going to finish him off in a second when he's reloaded. And look at the amount of punishment this tank is taking. If there's no artillery... wow, that ammo rack. If there's no artillery, this is clearly a good position, and... I would say, yeah, he kept his head extremely well, but there was an incredible amount of luck involved in this. And we're now down to 2 versus 2. He's still got 3 hit points. He wants this T-34 to spot for him, at least. The Hellcat, we still don't know where the Hellcat is. We can guess that he's over there. J9 probably, J8, where the rest of them were, basically. And he does the right thing in trying to stay in a position where he can pop out and support once that T-34 actually spots something. But it's still, I'm watching the replay for the first time. I thought, no, this is a loss. It's going to be a really nice loss, but it's, you know, it's like, even though I'd seen the score screens at the end, I just couldn't believe that this was the same match. So, no, this can't possibly pull this off. But no, it's just this game sometimes is so derpy. So yeah, Neprice, if you're watching, you were very naughty, but you somewhat redeemed yourself here. But yeah, don't shoot friendly tanks, guys. Just don't do it. I mean, yeah, they pulled this one off, and it was a large part of it was down to luck. And if you hadn't shot that friendly VK, then the friendly VK, who clearly wasn't that good of a player, it's just, yeah, you never know how these things are going to work out. And also, it's just not cricket. It's bad form. Anyway, I went back on the PSA there, didn't I? He's clearly worried he's going to be flanked because the Hellcat could do it quite easily, and he can't react in time if that happens. This IS has gone who knows where. The T-34 has managed to get all the way around there, and he hasn't seen anything. And there's that Hellcat. And he tries to run away, but Neprice is there waiting for him. There you go, there's one. Loading, and there's two. So it's just one IS left now. And actually, even if Neprice dies, the T-34-1 could in theory carry it, because we know that IS is got, what, 200 health? But look at this, let me have that 8th kill, he says. He's not, you know, 3 hit points, no problem. And there's the IS. And that bounce. See what I mean about the incredible luck in this match. But even with 3 hit points, Neprice is just like, nope, gonna get this. Gonna do it. Can't lose now. And I like that bit of his attitude. So he's trying to... Oh, again, lucky. And then the IS is trying not to expose him, because the IS is a one-shot kill as well for Neprice. So the IS is also being incredibly cautious, and that was probably a bit of a snapshot. But, oh, tree going over. So, yeah, this is battle of nerves now. It's like, who blinks first? Oh, and he fires. Oh, and it was a bad miss. And there we go. So, yeah. I did promise it was all going to happen at the end of the match. We've come down to the last 3 minutes. Neprice was, as I've said, yes, that was very, very naughty. Don't do that. But with a very, very healthy dose of luck, that turned into a very entertaining end. You cannot plan these things at all. You just cannot. You can only, you know, cross your fingers and hope it works out in this kind of situation. And it did, and it was pretty damn entertaining. So yeah. I have a quick announcement to make. I've been pointed at a utility which lets me view replays from previous patches. So if you've got 8.5 and earlier, I can look at those now. I'm starting to get a bit of a backlog of these, so I probably I'm going to have to be kind of... I don't want to be choosy. I mean, they're all good matches that people send me, but I've got kind of limited resources and limited time. Especially for uploading, so I'm going to have to be a bit choosy. But yeah, if you've got good replays from previous patches that you want to send me, I can now watch those. So there we are. Leave a comment or like if you enjoyed this video. You can even subscribe if you really enjoyed this video. And yeah, stay tuned for more.